think we're going to get much buying pressure today. I think today's a potential day to look at some signals from yesterday and maybe get into some things cheaper. We do have a pop in the VIX, and the VIX is up now up to 22. VIX is up to 22 now. Futures down 54 now. 54. Coinbase down 15. Johnson Controls is lower. Fro trading here. Nothing doing that one. Let's get some music going. Futures down 51. Am I surprised? I never get surprised anymore. Jumanji down to $18. So we're out of Jumanji. We took that off yesterday for break even. Sorry, we're out of Party City. I took that off for break even. Jumanji down to 18 bucks. All the huge names are crazy down. Like Space is just getting destroyed. Coinbase down 13. Uber down. MTG down. Yeti. NRG down. Fisker down again. Those are going to go to 0. Mosaic getting crushed. I'm looking at some things from yesterday. Luxa down. And Luxa probably unchanged. Muds is getting crushed. Down to $1.60 here in Muds. It's my long-term hold. I'm only up 7 grand in it now. I was up 11 grand. US Steel lower. I was looking at some calls on that one. I'm going to look at some opportunities to maybe get some signals yesterday way cheaper. Titan. I'm looking at the June 30s and TITN. I think those are great buying. Titan Machinery. If I can get those at like 30 cents, that would be a signal. They're 15 at 50. So we're going to look at some signals today. Obviously, there's going to be no 5-minute bar longs today. Everything's going to be opening under the Ichimoku cloud. Apple getting hit. Palantir down. A little bit of buying pressure here in Apple under the cloud. A little bit of buying pressure here in Baba under the cloud. You can tell I slept well last night. GORO trading here. No day trades. We have all the scanners ready to fire. If there's anything, I will take it. TITN, they're 15-bit at 50. NRG lower. I think it's too hard to just randomly get short the market here. I think it's randomly too hard to get short the market. Futures down 50. I think we go lower before we go higher. But we shall see, as they say. Planeteer May 30s getting down a little bit here. PLTR. Lux are under the $10 strike. Ooh. Johnson Controls lower. KAR. I did a buy right in that. Oh, I still have money on that one. Viacom C. Jumanji down to 18 bucks. Wow, Jumanji popping nicely here. Neo next week. This week, 433s and Neo's being bought. Jumanji popped from 18 to 1980 here. So that one's getting a little bit of pop. Google down 50. Amazon down 38. Yex down again. We still have Yex down. I think it's like our only position we really have on. The June 15s. June 15s are 2030. Wow. I would pay 20 for some. Yex, I'm going to try to pay 20 for a 50 lot here. With my real money. I do $1,000 worth. IQ 52-week low. IQ weekly 14s, volume less than open interest. IQ weekly oh my God, IQ down to $12.56. I think long term these are all good buys, but I mean, it can just keep going down. IQ, the Netflix of China getting crushed here. Fubu puts trading here. 5-minute bars, we're going to have no 5-minute bar longs, guys. We're going to see everything under the Ichimoku cloud. It's going to keep us away from buying anything here. Netflix only down 5 here. I do have structured notes in Netflix. I have structured notes in Tesla. Tesla down 26. STONE down. I'm trying to buy some Yex calls for 20. Yex, I'm trying to buy some calls for 20. GOTU puts being sold. Nothing to do in that one. Futures down 53. My stock portfolio just consists of muds, which I am down in. I've been talking for days how I'm a little bit more skeptical of the market than I've been for a while, just because nothing goes up forever. We need to say sellers to find more buyers in the market. And maybe it's the whole Reddit group that gets crushed. You know, if you're long space and you bought Space at $60 because you saw what happened in GameStop, you're getting destroyed. Nice little pop from the bottom here. Space 63 down to 16. 63 down to 16. GameStop hasn't hit under 100 yet. I still have my bet that it goes to 100 before it goes to 350. So GameStop, I'm keeping an eye on that one. Titan TITN, so no 5-minute bar longs, guys. It's down, they're 30.50. I'm not looking to take anything here in this. No 5-minute bar longs. So no 5-minute bar longs so far here, guys. No 5-minute bar longs. You'll see an inflated premium today. So I just got stopped in JD. That was a 48-hour spike. So no 5-minute bar longs here, guys. No 5-minute bar longs. I'll update my portfolio. We had one trade from yesterday. We took that trade off in Party City. So yesterday, we kind of saved ourselves. Party City actually pretty much unchanged. If you have not got out of Party City and you want to take it off for break even, I don't blame you. So if you're in Party City, you want to take it off for break even, you can. Melco actually calls are unchanged here. That was a Project 303 trade. Tequila. I need some tequila after a day like this. Titan 35 at 50, not looking to do anything that. Fisker only down 20 cents now. Jumanji popping back from the lows. Space was a low, was 14.27. Muds is kind of my long-term hold. Got up to 18.50. I didn't sell any. I probably should have. Down to 14.60. I'm in at 10.88. I'm in at 10.88. Luxa lower. Marathon Oil calls being bought. Nothing to do in that one. Johnson Controls lower. So I'm going to look at stuff from yesterday. Say, hey, is there anything yesterday that maybe is a little bit cheaper today that I can get for a huge discount that has a decent amount of time? I don't want to take anything that doesn't have a decent amount of time. So Party City, US Steel, the 34s. These are at 618 34s. Down to 73 cents on these. I don't think they're low enough. KAR, those are down. Car Auction Services, May 17s are down to about 65. ALK, June 75s. These are down to about 65 from a buck. Now look at, keep an eye on ALK, June 65s. If these get to about 50 cents, I might buy some here. Uber, VIAC, Titan was the one we talked about. Titan, June 30s. So US Steel, I'm looking at these. How about Run, June 45s? Ooh, Run, June 45s. They hit a 235. Airbnb, that one's lower. Airbnb down $7. So being patient so far today. We have not seen any signals. Let me go to all the open positions so you guys always know the portfolio. Positions yesterday, May 30, Schlumberger. Schlumberger getting hit hard. Halliburton getting hit hard. We have one trade from yesterday. That is Melco. We have a trade yesterday in Melco. That one's actually up money. Party City's actually unchanged. So just a couple positions on. ALK. I buy some of those at 50 cents. The June 75s. So June 75s, ALK, I'm going to go 50 bid. Anything that's down 50% in one day in June, I think it gives you an opportunity to, you know, maybe buy a little bit of premium here. So June 75s here. Lux are going under the $10 strike. ATOS trading here, nothing to do in that. Fisker only down 10 cents, now down 12 cents. Oil getting hit here. JD reversing. I did get stopped out of my JD. Now those are up. US Steel now higher. No signal so far today, guys. No signal so far today. 34 is up to 80. Tesla coming back from the lows. S&P, I think, has a date with 3,800. So maybe about 10% to the downside. Portfolios updated, guys. If you ever want a list of all my positions, they're in the notes tab. 2 days, guys, down 100 points. 2 days down 100 points. Free pack, May 45s being bought. Freeport, May 45s. Freeport down. Kramer did a big special that you have to buy Freeport here, Ecoa here. Oh, buy Freeport here. What are you talking about? It's run so much. Jumanji above 20. Tesla had a structured note on. Tesla gapping lower. I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin starting to crash. Because, you know, if you have to raise capital, you're probably going to do it through some of your cryptos. But Yext unchanged now. I am 20 bidding Yext or 25.35. If I happen to get Yext at 20, that would be, you know, yeah, I'm looking for some flash sales. Give me some flash sales and some structured notes. Melco down a little bit here. These are 40.45. If you want to take off Melco for break even, you could. TITN, I'm looking to buy some of those at 20. So looking for some things yesterday, a little bit cheaper. I still think we go lower today. 5-minute bar, no signals, 1450 club portfolio. Still holding in well. As we can see here, we have seen, we took off. So we've had a couple losers. We took off Party City for break even. IQ will go to 0. Yex is down to about 30. Fisker is down to about 7. LI is going to go to 0. I can get rid of that. Uber goes to 0. I'm just getting one, so we're just on the ones that go to 0. So usually the positions we still have on are you losing trades. Usually the positions we have on are losing trades. So Fisker will go to 0. I didn't even see where those were. These are the weekly 13s. Those are 4 cents, 5 cents. Yex are down to 30. I still like that signal in Yex, even though it didn't work. That reminds me of the signal in Yala. And then IQ is going to go to 0. 18s. So last couple trades have been losers, guys. The market has been selling off. Do I want to necessarily just get short right now? I don't think the answer is yes for that. We do see some things coming back from the highs. Jumanji was 18, now it's 2060. I've done a lot of covered calls lately. I'm looking for opportunities in there. SOS 360. Jumanji off from the lows. TITN, I'm looking at the June 30s. These hit Option Hacker yesterday at 85 cents. June 30 calls hit Option Hacker at 85 yesterday. 85 to hit Option Hacker. Stock was $2 higher. So I can get into those for like 30 cents. I think they're a good reward to risk basis if I'm looking for something to get long. If I'm looking for something to get long. Johnson Controls, we saw some July 67.5 trading here. Rio getting crushed. Calls being bought in Rio. Jumanji puts being sold. Pretty big quantity of Jumanji. Looks like they're selling put spreads. HIG trading here. We took off Hog. That trade is over. Hog's down 32 cents. JD up on the day. A lot of stuff's reversing here, guys. I don't trust it. Wouldn't necessarily look at me long today. VIX is above 20. Real May 17s. The real. Look at this stock. Oh, down in half. Oops. ALK June 75s. I think are okay around the 50 cent level. These hit Option Hacker yesterday. These are down in value. ALK, I think these are okay. No trades so far, guys. No trades so far. Coinbase down. NRG, I still have buy rights, calls. Futures getting a little bit of a bid here. CGC trading here, nothing doing that one. Micron down. WDC, I actually got in a structured note yesterday in WDC. 40% downside. Okay, I'll take it. I think it's too early in the day for the market to rally. PLTR, wow. Up on the day. Buying some weekly 26.5s, weekly 27.5s. I think it's too early in the day to rally, guys. VIAC. US Steel is one I was looking at. Those are down to 83 cents. Noodles, June 25s. We bought post earnings. NLS had earnings. No day trades, no 48-hour spikes. Maybe that's a good thing. Who knows? Yexter 3035. ARKK calls me by ARKK coming back here. Only down $1 now. There's a short-term bottom in for some of these crazier names, possibly. I always have money in the ARKK. VIAC that hit Option Hacker yesterday. This is one that's really hard to trade, guys. VIAC, IQ, those are all in the kind of the same boat. VIAC, IQ, Roblox had earnings. Let's see, Roblox beat RBLX. Roblox up $4. I think it's too early in the day, guys, to rally. I just don't think we're going to rally all day. Bumble getting crushed. I mean, if you have any of these high-flying names, you're just getting destroyed. Space, 70 to 16. 62 to 16. Jumanji, 70 to 18. I had some 26 cover calls last week. If you have a question, just ask the question. I'll try to answer it. I think it's too early in the day for a rally. Ooh. Apple lower here. So what's the market down? 1% today? 5-minute bars, no signals here. EDU, that was mentioned on CNBC. We did not take a trade in it. I would be getting out of EDU. Apple, do I think will recover? Probably not today. Cloudera puts being 11.5 being put in Cloudera, guys. Cloudera 11.5 puts being bought for 20 cents. Those are pretty cheap. CLDR 11.5 puts being bought. You're looking for something on the put side. 11.5 puts being bought in the weeklies. 20 cents here, guys. So here's some puts, guys. You could buy CLDR 514 2021 11.5 puts for 20. Targets 30 and 40. No, but I know that Kramer loved purple for a while. If you're looking at some puts here, guys, here's some puts for you. Cloudera, weekly puts. 11.5 puts. Kramer loved purple back in the day. Let's see where it is now. He'll love a stock. He'll talk about it, and then if it doesn't do well, then he'll just stop talking about it. FSLY puts being bought here. Melco, we talked about the June 20s. Those are actually 40.45. So if you're in these and you don't like the market or you don't like the signal, you can get out for break even. Maybe it's the right thing to do. EDU, they were mentioned on CNBC yesterday in the halftime report. I just don't like the May 17s. So there's a huge open interest of the May 17s. 21,000 May 17s will go to zero. 21,000 May 17s will go to zero. So I just don't like these as much. Actually, I think I saw that in Titan too. Titan, the May 30s are going to go to zero. But if I can get those June 30s for 20 cents, I do like them here. They were bought for 85 yesterday. Roblox had earnings. It was up. I don't think the selling pressure is done for the day. Jumanji, way off the highs. Space off the highs. So if I'm looking to get long something, I want to make sure they're a little bit longer dated, maybe like a June position. SNPR trading here. Nothing new in that one. Hanging out, watching for opportunities, guys. Neo trading here. Let's get Neo. The do run, the do run. Run. You saw some June 45s hit short squeeze scanner yesterday. 100 down to 45. AMD trading here. Micron down again. Micron down from 76 down to 80. Micron down about 20%. Any stocks you like? I was actually going to do like a basket of like $50,000 or like maybe $25,000 in, but I don't like how much they popped today. I was going to buy Jumanji at 18 and like hold it forever. This is going to be like my fun money. I was going to buy Fisker, Jumanji, QuantumScape. I don't like them at the levels here. They were way lower this morning. Like $1,000 each worth of these. But they've come back too much. Melco. All right, let's take off Melco here for 40. So we're going to take off Melco here for 40. We're going to take off Melco here for 40 here, guys. So Project 303. With the stock market crashing and Melco calls break even. Sell all Melco June 18th, 2021, 20 calls for 40 or best price. So we're going to take off Melco here for break even, guys. We're going to take off Melco for break even. Enlock. Yeah, that one, I love that when that hits the tape. Enlock. Enlock, a $1.44. Wow, Enlock on fire. Enlock on fire. Enlock. Yext up on the day. Yext up on the day. American calls hitting the tape. Okay. I'll call it a signal here in American, guys. We're going to call a scan signal here in American. Buy AL 64 2021 24 calls for 30. Targets 40 and 50, guys. 45 and 55. American, guys. We're going to call a signal out in American Airlines. First signal of the day, guys, in American. These are the 6-4 24 calls at 30 cents. The 6-4 24 calls at 30 cents. These did hit Option Hacker at 29.6. So American, guys, we're going to call it a signal here in American. American, we're going to call it a signal here in American. AAL 6-4 24 calls, 30 cents. Targets will be 45 and 55. Calling a signal out in American. 30 cents in American. Futures go down 50 today or 50 more. I might take it off for break even if it gets to break even. But American, guys, the low is in for the day. American get back up to about 21.90. So American, guys, calls. We're going to get into calls. 6-4 24s at 30 cents. 6-4 24s at 30 cents. First official signal. You guys all know I love options under 50 cents. These hit the tape at 30 cents. So American, guys, taking a signal in the American Airlines. GM calls being bought too. Ooh, GM. GM, these are the GM 528.60 calls at 64. So GM calls but now being bought here. GM has a huge ATR here. High of the day, if it's the low is in for the day, I can get up about $1 from here. I'm not going to call it a signal here, but I don't hate these guys. These are GM calls. So scan idea. Buy GM. 528, 2021, 60 calls for 65. GM calls being bought, guys. Targets 90 and 130. So GM, guys. GM calls being bought. GM, guys, calls being bought in GM. These are on fire. These are up to 72, guys. I got you in at 65. AAL got you in at 30. So we have an official signal here in American. GM calls working out well now. We'll call this a tie. AAL. Let me just copy this whole line. So American calls being bought, guys. Those hit Option Hacker. These are June 4th. 24 calls. Entries 30 cents. Worth 30, 45, and 55. Oops. So American official signal in American. American official signal, guys. American official signal. GM, they're just a little too expensive and not enough time for me. So a little bit too expensive and not enough time here in GM. We took off Melco for break even. Melco calls are 40-50, 40-45 actually. AL calls are 31. I was looking at ALK, I was looking at Titan. ADI SEP doubles trading here, nothing doing that one. Maurice, ARKK, only down 70 cents here on the ARKK. GM ripping here. 5-minute bars, no signals because everything was under the cloud. Because I actually saw some buying pressure this morning. ATR of JD is 265. BP calls being bought. I don't like BP. This has a small ATR. More GM guys who keep coming after GM calls. Now they're paying 71 in GM. GM, they're paying 71 now. Paying 71 here in GM, guys. GM, they're paying 71 here, guys. So we're getting more GM calls. 69.71. GM, guys, either 528, 2021, 60 calls. Futures bid. Yext higher now. I was trying to pay 20 for those. If I bought those for 20, I could have got out at 40. Oh no. Fortunately, I didn't get into those. Yex up on the day. Fisker up on the day. Sohu up on the day. X up $1.33. Wow. I was looking at these this morning for 75 cents. Unfortunately, I didn't pull the trigger. June 18th, 34 calls. I still think it's too early to rally, but, you know, rally's working right now. ALK, I was thinking about buying some of those. American calls up to 32. GM calls up to 72. I wish we got some day trades this morning. We just didn't. Bangs higher. XLF down a dime. JKS May 40s being sold. Muds, hate you. Muds down $1.50. Ford, May 14th, 12's trading here. American, more calls in American trading here. There's up to 33. 32, 33 here. Ford trading here. I have a structured note in Ford. EDU I would not be taking. Ford. Have you seen my Ford lately? I have like 40% downside off 1250. Tesla only down 6. AR up on the day. Mosaic up on the day. US Steel up $1.50. Wow. PDD higher. I got stopped in JD and JD went straight higher. So looking at TITN, June 30s. Blink calls trading here. We've seen Blink trade well before. I'm going to try to get these at 180. Number 178. Nope. We have a day trade in IQ, guys. I did take this day trade in IQ. Buy IQ. 514, 2021. The real 17.5 speed watt. The real just getting destroyed here. 514, 14 calls for 12. Targets 15 and 18. So IQ is a day trade, guys. If you have the scanner, you probably got in quicker. If you don't have the scanner, you're gonna get those really, really far delayed. So IQ, I just got in at 12. So that's a day trade, guys. IQ in at 12. You get them at 12 right now. IQ at 12. These are the weekly 14s in IQ. Even swing trading, I think these are okay here. In at 12 cents, guys, in IQ. So I took IQ. The real down $5 here. Wow. Wow, the real. I would do a buy right here. Can I do a buy right? Waiting for it to go down a little bit more. How about I buy right the 15s? IQ, I took a day trade, guys. IQ, I took a day trade at 12. Targets 15 set, 15 and 18. Blink, I bought some calls as well. 178. I'm gonna have it stop loss. Let me mimic this one. OCO. So Blink, I'm gonna target at 250 and 350. Stop loss at 80. Space trading here. I still think it's too early to rally, guys. I wish some of these signals came in at the beginning of the day because I think it's too early to rally. I don't think you just get a sell-off and you just rally all day, but I could be wrong. So I took a 48-hour spike here, guys. The real. I'm just gonna try to buy right this. Sell calls and buy stock. So 48-hour spike. Ooh. Buy Blink. 514, 2021. 30 calls for 178 roughly. Targets 250 and 350. Stop loss 80 cents. So I'm taking a 2 lot of these. 48-hour spike here, guys. Ooh, I don't even have it here. There it is. There she is. American 32, GM down a couple pennies. Futures getting a bid here. STT calls being sold. Yext up on the day up 24 cents. Blink coming back here a little bit. The real. The real. The real, 30 to 15. And look at this. It's gone from 1770 to down to 15. 48-hour spike. I took targets at 1.5 and 2 times. I'm looking at a potential buy right here in the real. This is getting it cheaper. ALK. Butterfly. That one's getting crushed. B-Fly. Wow, 1044. So day trade, I took one trade today in IQ at 12 cents. So IQ, I'm in at 12. Option Hacker has spit out 4 signals. I think American's the best signal. I think GM's the second best signal. The stock's down too much for me to want to take it. Stock's down too much for you to want to take it. I actually would buy stock and sell calls 1-to-1, creating a buy right here, but it's not at a level that I like it yet. Then 48-hour spike, we saw one in Blink, so I did take that one. It's in at $1.78. You see, Blink trade well before. My buddy owns a lot of that company, actually. BLNK. Look at that reversal off the lows. 64 down to 29. Still think it's too early in the day to rally, guys. I still think it's too early in the day to rally. Tesla only down 7 now. IQ calls 11-12. Targets at 15 and 18. The real is just down too much in the day. If you want to take these, reward or risk, I think it's okay. I just think it's down too much in the day. Stock's down 25%. They're buying calls. You never know if they're buying calls to short stock. They could be buying calls to short stock. KAR unchanged now, so now I'm up in KAR, so that one's good. LI is going to go to 0. So I think AAL is the best signal today. GM's the second best signal. GM actually going down now. GM calls, the 528 calls are up to 5,000 of these. If you wanted to take off AAL for 2-cent profit, you could. We took off Melco here for break even. ICLN, the 22 is being bought. AAL calls being bought and sold here. Jumanji back lower. RDSA, I have a buy right on. ICLN May 22 is being bought. ICLN, huge May 22 is being bought. ICLN May 22 is being bought pretty aggressively here. Lemonade down to $70. Fortunately, I have a structured note in this one. Ugh. 188 down to 70 bucks. ICLN, they're aggressively buying the 22s in May, guys. ICLN, they're aggressively buying the 22s in May. 30 cents. Pump SEP 10s. Pump it up. SEP 10s. US Steel higher. A lot of ICLN trading here, guys. ICLN. We do a bonus trading today, guys. Bonus trading. Z bonus trading. Melco, we're out. Size down 25 cents. I think it's too early in the day to rally, guys. Yext, I wish I got filled at Yext at 20. Those would have doubled in value for me if I got filled at 20. I did not. Titan, I was looking for these on a pullback at around 25 cents. LOTZ, D's 10s. No idea what this company does. Car lots. Oh, it's gone from $12.90 to 10 bucks. Huh. Cloudera. ALK, I think it's a buy and a pullback. DraftKings just getting destroyed. DraftKings, another one. Kramer loved it at 70. Now it's 45. Vez trading here. LI is going to go to 0 unless you have that stop loss. 50% stop loss. Futures down 37 now. Keep it on the real. I want to try to do a buy right here. Buy stock, sell calls. Futures down 37. Pen, 80 bucks. Schlumberger getting hit. Halliburton getting hit. They're holding up relative here, guys. Oil names are holding up. ICLN May 22s. I wouldn't be buying these. I don't want to really buy anything in May. May 22 ICLNs. I'd rather do a cover call on it. I'd sell stock, buy calls. ABBV 130s trading here. Nothing to do there. The real. Keeping an eye on the real. I want to see it get back down to 52. A lot of ICLN, guys. ICLN. 10,000 ICLN trading here, guys. 10,000 ICLN trading here. More ICLN trading 30. AAL's break even. If you want to take it for break even, take it off for break even. I don't blame you. If these goes 30 bid, I'm going to do a buy right here, which means I'm going to sell calls, buy stock. Kinder Morgan puts trading here. Fiverr, June 180s, trading 15 cents. No thank you. Let's add the real down here. Real down 15.30. GM was not an official signal, down to 54. You took those, that was just an idea. All right, let's pull the ripcord here in American. If we get out American for break even, and we'd be losing a penny here. Okay, we're just gonna reevaluate, guys. We might take these again at the end of the day. We're gonna pull the ripcord here in American. With the stock market selling off, sell all AAL calls for 29 cents, paid 30. 1 penny loser, guys. We're gonna take off it for a penny loser here, guys. So we're gonna take this off for a penny loser here in American. So American, we're gonna take off for a 1 penny loser. And at 30 out of 29, 1 penny, the trade is over. 1 penny loser. We're gonna take it off for a penny loser, guys. 1 penny loser. So we're taking off an American, guys. If American gets cheaper, we might put it on again for like 13 cents, 15 cents. I don't know where they're going to be, but we're going to take it off for now. We're going to move to the sidelines. The market just looks too weak today. So I want to keep trying to get long. So we're just going to take off American here. Blank, we have target to 250 and 350 with a stop loss at 80 cents. They're worth 150 right now. So American, guys, we're taking off American for 1 penny loser. Taking off American for a 1 penny loser. In at 30 out of 29. Sometimes it's better off to take off 1 penny. Let's reevaluate at the end of the day. I still think my market has more downside today. I think it's too early in the day to rally. So maybe we'll be able to get these in at 15 cents. I don't know. So American technically a loser here. Out at 1 penny loser. Technically loser here in American for a penny. ICLN starting to move up. Muds getting crushed. So took off Malco for break even, took off American for a penny loser, haven't done anything in GM. How's my good friend Uber today? Uber down. Uber down. Yeah, Muds, I'm in at 1088. I just haven't done anything in it. I'm still up 7 grand in it, but Disney, nothing to do in Disney. 15 minutes left to go, guys. No 5-minute bar longs. ICLN, we saw a huge call buyer, the May 22s. I was looking to possibly buy right those. The real, I'm looking to possibly buy right those. What's an ATR here of the real? The real. $1.67 is the ATR. It's very similar to Poshmark. JCI getting crushed. I'd buy some of those for $1. July calls and JCI. I'm gonna go dollar bid here. July 67s, I'd go buck bid here for a 4 lot. American, I would re-enter here at 15, guys. So American, I'm gonna put a 15 bid. Just in case it gets hit, it goes down in half today. And GM, I'm gonna go 35 cent bid. GM getting crushed. So GM, I'm going to go 35 bid here, guys. So some trades I'm using reverse scan for. GM, I'm going to go 35 bid. American, I'm going to go 15 bid. Just in self case gets hit really hard, guys, I am looking for opportunities cheaper. Titan, I'm looking for opportunities cheaper. Yex, I'm looking for opportunities cheaper. In case we get hit hard, American, I'm 15 bid. GM, 35 bid. At half the price they got into it initially, I would say yes. The real getting destroyed. Rough. On the low of the day in the real. The low of the day. Coinbase down 12. Tesla down 14. Amazon down 13. Amazon off the highs. Off the lows, I mean. GM, I'm 35 bid, guys. We might have called a signal out of 35. American, we might call a signal at 15. I just think it's too early in the day to rally, guys. Usually we rally towards the end of the day, not like this. Melco, we're out. I sold my GameStop bet. IQ calls, you suck. On $18 on IQ. Futures down 50 again. GM, these are the 528.60 calls. So the 528.60 calls. So 2 weeks out, they're down to 46 cents. GM, the 528.60 calls. They hit an option accurate 64. I'm 35 bid. They're 46 cents. SAC would really have to get hit hard here. Agora. AL, I would leave a bid in all day, yeah. So we got in at 30 out of 29. If the market gets hit, I'm looking for some things cheaper. The real, I'm going to go 25 bid. So the real Maze calls, I'm going to go 20. So anything that has hit option hacker today, I'm leaving a resting bid in for the day at 50% of the price it hit. So I'm leaving a bid in at 50% of the price it hit, guys. So I'm leaving a resting bid in all day. 50% of anything that hit option hacker, I'm going to have a resting bid in for 50%. So if anything hits at 50% lower, I will take anything today. So that's kind of how I'm playing today, because I don't think the sell-off's over, but I don't mind getting long a lot lower. So every single one of these signals, I put a resting bid in with real money lower. So AAL, 15 bid. GM, 35 bid. BP, 15 bid. And then the real, 25 bid. So I'm not looking to necessarily get long, but if we get crushed, I wouldn't mind putting a little bit of risk on the table, because I think we do go lower today. So all these signals, guys, I'm going to use, hey, if they go down 50%, I'm going to be willing to put on some longs. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. Titan was a signal from yesterday. They're down from 85 to 35. I think that's an opportunity. Oracle. 12 minutes to go, guys. 12 minutes to go. Bonus trading today. American down to 26. GM down to 47. I like when the market goes lower. 5-minute bars, no signals today. One signal today, we're already out of it. It's technically a loser. We took 1 penny loss on that, guys. In American. VIX above 20. Bank trading here, nothing doing Bank of America. Johnson Controls is one I'm looking to buy at $1. July 67.5, some dollar bid here. Why not buy puts in the ones you are putting a 50% loss on? I'm not putting a 50% loss, I'm trying to buy them at 50% discount. And is the market going to go down, up or down from here? I think we go down for the day. We could get some selling pressure for a little while. I think eventually any pullback's gonna get bought, but I think we do need to retest down to about 39.70. So I think we have at least 5% to the downside, and then potentially test down to this 37.50 level. RSI, June 12 is being bought and puts being sold in RSI. RSI, Rush Street Interactive. They're buying calls to sell puts. How do I see a list of what hits Option Hacker? You got to buy Option Hacker. You got to pay for it. You pay for Option Hacker, you get to see what hits it. You can buy it at optionhacker.com. Then you just, I actually, at the end of the day, I just copy this, and then I'll put it in an email folder. So I just copy it every day at the end of the day. And you can compare it with the cloud if you want. The real getting a bid now. The real getting a bid. I've been too cautious today. AL down to 25, GM down to 48. Took off Melco at 20. For right or wrong, oh GM, I mean Melco took off at 40. I want to see more selling pressure today. WFB trading here. The real 55.60, 50.55. I hear ya. Yak's starting to move up here. Yak's 40.45. US Steel off the highs. BTRS, we had one day trade. The day trade is a loser. I think I can get out of it for 9 cents. Out of the 57 Option Hacker calls, 14 of them have hit their second profit. Wow, I didn't even know that. Great trading. That's great. I'm gonna try to take off. Yext. Johnson Controls, July 67, trading 140. I've been buying a lot of Johnson Control calls, guys. I'm buying a lot of Johnson Control calls. JCI. I'm a buck bid on these. Futures down 47. I think we can go way lower. Netflix up on the day. Wow, Netflix up on the day. IQ June 17 is being sold. IQ is too cheap. ALK, I'm looking to buy some June 75s. June 75 ALK, guys, at 50 cents. Option Hackers, I mean, the best scanner I've ever seen in my life, but I know some of you guys don't want to buy it. This is ALK. I'm looking for these for 50. June 75s and ALK. I do like these at 50 cents. This is buying something that's cheaper. AFRM trading here. FITB trading here. Muds down $1.60. I sold no Muds. Another SPAC go wrong. $18.80 down to 14.5. Ugh. Look at that. I should have got offered a structured note in ALK and I passed on it. I did put money in WDC yesterday. We have bonus trading today, guys. Bonus trading. GM down to 46. GM down to 46. GM 35 bid. 46.49. ICLN calls me about. Look at the real starting to move up now. The real calls it hit Option Hacker 50 to 60. Thank you. I appreciate it. Melco, we got out of Melco for break even. We got out of American for break even. Those are both getting crushed. Said I think it's too early to rally. American, I am 15 bid though, guys. American, I am 15 bid. June 4th, 24s. 15 bid. GM calls them 35 bid. So I'm just using Option Hacker to get into things cheaper. Don't need to always necessarily buy it right when it hits. My opinion on the market is bearish for the next couple days. They bought Johnson Control calls for 2. These are down to 135. MBI, Nov 9s trading here. MBI, Nov 9s trading here. Futures back to the lows. CERC. I don't even know what this one does. CERC. What does this one do? Cerasic. Futures down 57 now. Futures are down 28. AK goes, I don't think the buying pressures, I don't think the selling pressure's over yet. Right back to the lows. Space down $1.50. Coinbase down 9. US Steel getting crushed. American on 15 bid. They're 25.26. GM on 35 bid. They're worth 44. And GM, I'm going to go down to 33 cents here in GM. GM, I'm going to go down to 33 here. Oops. So GM, I'm going to go down to 33. Trying to get them off for 50%, guys. So GM, I'm going down to 33. I'd buy 30 of them. I'd buy $1,000 worth. Johnson Control puts being bought here. July puts in Johnson Controls. Now it looks like they're being sold. Let's get a chart here of Johnson Controls. A straight line up. Wow. Was oversold, overbought here. The real getting a bid. Futures down 57. We were down 50 yesterday. We're down 108 points in 2 days. Surprised I haven't got any flash sales on some structured notes. 3 minutes to go, guys. 3 minutes to go. HBI trading here. They bought a lot of UAA 17.5 or 22.5s yesterday. HBI getting destroyed. Wow. HBI getting crushed. ALK close to getting 50 here. They're 55.60. ALK, I'm going to go down to 45. So as the market goes higher, I keep lowering my bids. So as the market goes lower, I keep lowering my bids. I don't have to keep paying the same dollar amount. So ALK, I'm going to lower my bid to 45 here. ALK, I'm going to lower my bid to 45 here. Futures down 59 points. Luxa unchanged. Woof. May 22.5 puts. Woof. Futures down 60. Got an American, out of American. Lost a penny. I just didn't like how the market looks. I am 15 bid on those though. Jets calls. American down. Futures down 61. Now we're at the low of the session, guys. Usually this is when we have stop losses in place and the market will escalate from here, guys. This is usually when we have stop losses in place and the market will escalate lower from here. GM, I'm 33 bid, guys. GM, I'm 33 bid. Close. They're 41.43. All right, guys, if you guys are in bonus trading, I'll see you guys back in a minute. Thanks, everyone.